All right, here we have a 2013 Super Nautique G23 sitting in Silver Cloud Hull and Maine with a Masters Blue accent stripe and third stripe around the transom with a Masters Blue platform as well. Sitting on a really nice tandem axle boatmate trailer. It's going to have the matching step plate in Masters Blue. We've got a pair of tandem axle Moto Metal 18-inch wheels with the color accents around the ring. Has a nice bow ladder up front and electric brakes. This is a really, really nice 13. Some cool upgrades have been done to it, which we'll go through, but it's been really, really well taken care of. It's not a boat we've seen in here before, but we have gone through and done a full inspection to make sure everything's working as intended. Trailer also has those nice rear steps on it. First things first, you'll notice that it does still have a graphic on it. And the graphic is the factory graphic, but it has been trimmed down. It used to extend off this kind of badge here like a wing, and that has been removed. And I actually really like it. It gives the boat a nice cleaner look. I think it was a little busy with the graphics on it personally, but another benefit of that is going to be there's just a lot less vinyl to mess up on the side of the boat this way. It's in this graphic that's left is in great shape. There's a couple little nicks here and there, super minor, no big gouges or anything like that. It does have Chromax lettering down the sides. Didn't mention the tower, but the flight control tower is two-toned. This boat does have design package, so you're going to see the windshield vent right there with the white frame towards the back. And this tower has actually been repainted with kind of that flat paint texture that you see on some of the newer boats. And there are some spots where you can see some rubbing from the cover, and a couple spots where it's flaking. It's not in perfect shape, but overall I think it looks pretty good. Let's walk around the rest of the exterior real fast, and then we'll hop inside and check out the condition. On the back, it does have Nautique surf system, has surf pipe, has a pair of underwater lights, and lastly, the platform ladder that slides out and flips down. Brown sea deck on the platform. Platform's in great shape. Actually, that's just a little bit of scale there. I was going to say there might be a little bit of fading to it. There's probably a couple small chips here and there, a couple marks from wakeboard fins on the corners, but overall in pretty good shape. Here we go, around this corner. It's got a couple dings, but honestly, you're going to see that on everything. This boat's sitting with just under 500 hours. It's not going to be perfect. Coming down the starboard side, Chromax is all in pretty good shape. Gel coat's in pretty good shape. You can see a couple light surface scratches across the top here. That's probably just from the cover. It's nothing deep into the gel. Nothing that's really going to stick out. Our graphic on this side is in great shape as well. Just a couple minor nick there. And then another one just up here. And then we've got a couple little scrapes here. But, you know, you step away and that stuff isn't really, really noticeable. Underneath the boat, it does have a spare tire, the undermounted spare tire. And in the white hull, you're going to see a little bit of scrape from the bunks. And I always point that out on Gs. Every single G we get has this. It's just a function of taking the boat on and off the trailer. You're going to get scrapes from the bunks. It is what it is. Trailer is a 2 5/16 ball, and it does swing, so that saves you a good, oh my gosh, like almost 3 feet probably if you swing the tongue on this for storage. And coming down, again, you've got a couple little scrapes here. You can see that. It's one good one down the side, but otherwise, the gel coat looks really, really good. No fading. owner's taken really, really good care of this, and I think I mentioned it, but this is a consignment. We are selling it for an individual. All right, hopping in. There are black rear vents on this G, which is odd, but because you have the chrome here, I think it looks cool. There's a transom mounted stereo remote that does work. It's Clarion. Opening up, you do have your transom cooler on the G. Nice walkthrough on into the interior again. Brown sea deck all through the interior of the boat. And the interior, pretty similar story to what we've got going on outside. In awesome shape, all silver cloud with Masters blue piping, and then titanium gray seat boxing. So talk about just a classic interior that's easy to keep clean and won't get super hot in the sun. Sun pads both look really nice. Up top on the tower, just talking about a little bit of damage to the paint. You can see that over here. The board racks were white this particular model year, so you can see that. And then a couple other scrapes going on over here on the interior part. But other than that, it's all looking pretty good. Let's open up the back. This boat has been upgraded a little bit. And we'll start with the motor. It does have the high output 6-liter ZR450 motor. It's been fully serviced, so it's got fresh fluids, filters, and impeller. And then it does have a 2-to-1 transmission installed on it. So in 2013, you would have gotten a 1.48 to 1. This has been replaced with a 2-to-1 and the 17 by 17 inch prop. So this is not like other 2013 G23s. It is going to have so much more hole shot when you're planing with ballast in this thing. The extra horsepower is nice to have as well, but the big thing is that it has a 2-to-1 transmission installed. It also has an additional ballast upgrade to it. So you've got piggyback tanks, or bags rather, on top of your stock bags that sit under the floors back here. There is a bypass valve that you have to flip to then fill these bags once the bags under the floor are full. Also has a fire extinguisher. I think I mentioned it before, but this motor has 488 hours on it, which is pretty normal for the year. Nothing crazy. Freshly serviced, good to go. I don't know what the total ballast is now with these bags full. The stock would be 2,850 pounds. This is a pretty big bag. I bet this is at least another 800 pounds if it's completely full on each side. So, man, you're talking 4,500 pounds roughly, which would make a pretty big difference for surfing in this thing. Let's look around at our seats here. You have the starboard side lean back, all the seats flip up and get down into your storage compartments. This boat also has the integrated battery charger on it. The stereo still has your Polk covers on it, but if you can see through there, we actually have Wet Sounds interior speakers. So this whole stereo has been replaced with Wet Sounds. So if we look up at the tower, we've got Rev 10s. Yeah, these are Rev 10s. Pair those up on the tower. And there's also forward and rear facing lighting for night surfing, if you're able to do that in your state. But 6 Wet Sounds interior speakers, 2 Rev 10s with a 10-inch Wet Sound subwoofer with a WS420 EQ over here by the driver's side that's been installed. Everything works and sounds great. Back seats are all in good shape. We flip open our observer seat, and you can tell they took good care of it. You almost always see a little bit of mildew along right here. You don't see that on this one. So, good job keeping it dry. Got your poles in there for your cover. It does have the factory mooring cover, which is in good shape. We have a port side flip-up observer seat going on. You will see your G23 embroidery has a little bit of staining going on just from age. Might be able to spray some mildew remover on that to clean it up a little bit better, but you're going to see that on both sides, right there and right there. Seat deck's in good shape. If you look over here, our love seat, they've installed a vent for the sub. Tons of storage space back here with the trash can. And Wet Sounds amp and Polk amp mounted up underneath. Love seat's in good shape. You are going to have a small ding right there in the seat boxing. Nothing major. And a little bit of cracking going on up top. I don't think I'm missing anything else back here. There is a little bit of spot of mildew right here in the corner, but that's pretty light. Glove box, you got your storage tray and head unit inside. Onto our dash. Driver's side, little storage cubby there. Driver's seat's in good shape. You do have a little bit of fading again. Anywhere there's embroidery, you're going to see a little bit of fade to it. And lastly, down between the seat, there is a crack here, but you honestly have to kind of be looking to even find that. But it's there. Let's check out the link screen. Nautique steering wheel is adjustable. You have your keyless ignition down here, and then our Link 2.0, where if I hit start one more time, 488 hours. Run your stereo. We've got rider presets in here. This boat is going to have the heated driver's seat and the heater, as well as the air dam in terms of your climate features. Underwater lights, all that good stuff, docking lights, power that all through here, and lastly your ballast setup. Has the big Roswell mirror. I didn't mention the Bimini, but it does have the factory Bimini with it. It does not have surf pockets on it, but folds open, you get a lot of shade from that factory Bimini top. And making our way up into the bow. Seats are in awesome condition. We do have the optional armrests that flip up. And we open this up, you can see there's our cover. On one side, nice wide open storage. On the left, seats are in good shape. This one really only has one little minor spot right there to point out. Couple little specks of mildew. I mean, that's just all pretty minor stuff. Really good shape. This boat's super clean considering it's almost 10 years old now. But yeah, again, key points: 2-to-1 gear reduction on a 2013, 450 motor, upgraded ballast. This thing's going to perform awesome whether you load it up or not, and it's in really nice shape. If you have any questions, give us a call here at N3 Boatworks. This thing's water ready anytime. You can reach us at 317-845-9253 or stop by the shop to check it out. Thanks for watching.